We welcome you to a beautiful Sunday of baseball here on the Bun, as the Adirondack Mechanic Fives will be hosting the Spiral K Bunnies, hoping to make it 5 in a row to start off the second half of the season. Mechanic 5 sending Kiki on the mound. The Spiral K Bunnies will be sending Lapin on the mound. Here we go. It's time to play some baseball, starting off here with these Adirondack Mechanic Fives, and leading off will be Snow Bear. Looks inside, backed over towards third. Mr. Cab is underneath it for out number 1. Here's Yarn Dragon Tracy, hitting .304 in the second half of the season. Pops this up. Coconut Ed runs underneath it for out number 2. And now All Dog. All Dog's been cool the last couple of days, looking outside at ball 1. Now at .391 hitting, All Dog I think came to the series hitting .500. Now 2-0. Catches just a piece of the plate for strike 1. Nice delivery there from Late Bit. And the 2-1. Over the plate, strike 2. 2 away. And catches the plate for strike 3. The side is retired. So getting him down in order. 1, 2, and 3 is Late Bit. And we head to the bottom of the first to no score on the Bun. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Bun. Here's Coconut Ed start things off for the Spiral K Bunnies, as they've been trying to find some way to jolt up this offense. Can Coconut Ed do so? Well, pops it up. All Dog is underneath it and applies the squeeze for out number 1. Here's Night Shifter. Yeah, that goes right through the hole and into right. That will be a base hit. Smile Fires batting third, hits this deep over towards right. This should be gone. It's out to here. Home run! And a massive 2-run shot by Smile Fires will put the Bunnies on top 2-0. And I believe that might be their first lead of the series. Here's Sigil. Sigil batting .380. Inside ball 2. It's hit rocket, but going foul. Catches the strike zone for strike number 2. Sigil grounder to first. Silly Person scoops it up and plays it over to first for out number 2. Here's Moon Risen Phoenix. Moon Risen Phoenix sets this up over towards right field. Panzer Dave is out, or underneath it for out number 3. Side retired, but the Smile Fires 2-run shot gives the Bunnies a 2-0 lead. It's 2-0 here on the Bun. Here's Silly Person starting off the away second. 1 home run for Silly Person. .260 hitter. Grounder foul. Panzer Dave and Captain behind this on the lineup. Catches the strike zone for strike number 2. Try to get Silly to chase outside ball 1. The 1-2 hit over towards left center, and it's just off the wall. Almost out of here. Picked up by Smile Fires, firing over to third, and on with a leadoff double is Silly Person. Here's Panzer Dave. Panzer Dave not feeling well yesterday, but didn't stop him from providing runs for the Adirondack Mechanic 5s with a home run. Now 3 on the season. That goes through the middle for a base hit. Silly goes over to third and was rounding, thinking about home, but quick fire to get that out of the idea. Rocket to left. Deep. It's gone. It's out of here. Home run as the Adirondack Mechanic 5s take the 3-2 lead. A rocket from Captain. And the Bunnies are now down 3-2 here in the top of the second. Here's Shrimp Royal, 238 hitter. They bit fires, hit over towards right, but curling foul. 0-1 to Tramp. Inside, ball 1-1. And just outside, but catches enough of the strike zone for strike 2. 1-2, popped up down the right side and curling foul again. Not missing by much is Tramp. And late bit fires the 1-2 grounder over the first, scooped up by Sigil for out number 1. Here's Shock Ninja, 450 hitter this season. This second half of the season. 1-0. Grounder foul. Late bit needing to settle down after giving up that 3-run shot. Inside, ball 2. And Shock really wasn't that close to the plate. Here's Shock getting it over to first. Sigil picks it up for out number 2. And now Kiki up to bat. Kiki, grounder over to third, picked up by Mr. Cab, fires to first, and that will retire the side. All right, big 3-run home run. The Long Bombs have gotten us a 3-2 lead here on the Bun. We head to the bottom of the second inning. Z-Man, the first one up. Z-Man hitting a 166 this season, earning a placement down in the lineup. Kiki delivers, and Mr. Z-Man fouls it off to the right side. We'll do this again. 0-1. Outside, ball 1-1. Z-Man's been really dealing with a lot of struggles and gets jammed, a foul grounder, 1-2. And catches enough of the plate, and Z-Man's woes continue. Retired on strikes looking. Beautiful pitch there by Kiki to catch things on the corner of the plate. Here's Mr. Cab batting .444, bottom of the second, 3-2, goes foul. A lot of pitches going into the foul territory. And Mr. Cab pops this up over towards the right, but curling foul. 0-2 coming up. Grounder to first, picked up by Silly Person, and that's the second out. Angel of Sin pops this up, ball dog underneath it, trying to not to lose it in the sun, and picks it up for out number 3. Side retired, so the Bunnies have no answer in the bottom of the second. We head to the third. Mechanic 5's lead 3-2 on the Bun. We'll start with the top of the lineup. Second time through, Snow Bear waits the offering from late bit. Inside for ball 1. Grounder over to second, picked up by Z, fires the sigil for the first out. Here's Yarn Dragon Tracy. It popped up right side, curling foul, however. Late bit delivers. This is hit well by Yarn Dragon Tracy. Back to the wall. It's out of here. Yarn Dragon Tracy getting a home run on the board. It's 4-2 Mechanic Fives. And All Dog going for a base hit. So silly personnel at bat. Takes a strike down the middle. 1-1. Late bit now inside. 2-1. Hit into the air. Popped up. It's in dangerous positions here as nobody's going to get it. And just getting over to second in time is All Dog. Runners on first and second, one away, 4-2. Panzer Dave now at the bat. Outside ball 1. Outside ball 2. Outside ball 3. Late bit working away from Panzer Dave. Down the middle as Dave takes a strike 1. Hit grounder, that's hit very well. It's going to go back to the wall. This should score at least 1 run. Rounding third and heading home is All Dog. It's now 5-2 in favor of the Mechanic Fives. Here's Captain. Huge home run last time up. Grounder through. That's going to score another run. It's now 6-2 in favor of the Mechanic Fives. Trap Royal. Grounder through. This will be another run scoring hit. And the merry-go-round continues. It's 7-2. Shock Ninja now at the bat. Outside ball 1. Edge of the plate. Strike 1. 1-1. Late bit laboring at this point. Shock through. This is a base hit. Rounding third and heading on home is Panzer Dave. It's now 8-2. Kiki will not have a chance to hit as they call for a pinch hitter. So Kiki's day is done after 2 innings. Here's Eterna Nocturnum. Swung on a miss, and over to second, and that's a stolen base. Swung on a miss, strike 3. 2 away for Snow Bear, who started off this inning. 5 runs for the Adirondack Mechanic Fives. And pop this up. Mr. Cab getting underneath it. Makes the catch, and that retires the side. But a huge inning for the Adirondack Mechanic Fives. They put 5 on the board. And we're going to see a pinch hitter coming in for late bid. And we go to bat B1. Mike outside, ball 1. Hit over to the short, fires over to first. That is out number 1. So Coconut Ed at the top of the lineup, second time up, pops this up. And Mike is a fighter, makes the catch for out number 2. Night Shifter up. Pops it up. Shock Ninja will go underneath it. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Mike is a fighter. No runs, no hits, no errors. 8-2 in favor of the Adirondack Mechanic 5s as we head to the top of the 4th inning. Here's Yarn Dragon Tracy. Rounder to Z-Man, who goes over to first for the out. And caught there by Conquered. And there's a catch. That's out number 3. Bottom of the 4th. Sigil up. Pops this up. And that's third out. So it's a 1-2-3 inning. As we head to the top of the 5th, Panzer Dave, Rounder. I don't have any sort of clue what happened there. And here's Captain. Hit up into the air. Moonrise and Phoenix will get underneath it for the out. And having to retreat back to first. Is Panzer Dave. To the right side, that is a base hit, so Dave goes to second. And that's Tramp Royale who's on at first. Get up into the air, and it's gonna go foul. Chuck Ninja trying to help get some runs home. Flip over to second for 1. They won't get the runner at first, so Shock's on with a fielder's choice. Here's Mike as a fighter. Looks at strike 1. And getting there in time is Moonrise and Phoenix. And we're at the halfway point of this game. Sprout Cape Bunnies need to get some hits going. They've been shut out for the last 3 innings. It's 8-2 of Mechanic 5s here on the bun. Sorry, everyone. Just got hit up with quite a bunch of pings here. So, trying to settle some things down. Give me a moment, and we'll get back to this game momentarily. Thank you all for your patience. Is this thing on? Good. Bottom of the fifth coming up here. Starting off with Z-Man on the bottom of the lineup here. Batting number 6. At hit, this goes into center field. This is a base hit as it's picked up by Snow Bear. So Z-Man on with a single. This pitch hit over, fly ball over to Silly Person for out number 1. Angel Sin up to bat, bottom of the 5th, 8-2, Adirondack Mechanic 5s. Popped up over towards left field. Yarn Dragon Tracy's underneath it for the second out. Here's Titan, grounder, rolling over and picked up by Shaku. Oh! Misfires and an error. And everyone is safe. Shock just did not have the timing correct there. Runners on second and third. 2 away. Coconut. Inside ball 1. Mike is a fighter delivers. Pops it up. And Mike is a fighter underneath it. Will take care of it himself for out number 3. So the error turns out to be no damage. It's 8-2 as we head to the top of the 6 on the bun. Here's Snow Bear. Through the middle. That's a base hit. So Yarn Dragon Tracy, who hit a home run earlier in this game. Rocket. And that's going to get doubled up. Beautiful defense on that. And we take a look at that double up right there, lined right straight to Z-Man. 2 away for All Dog. Chase is in the dirt, strike 1. Ball and 1-1. Popped up All Dog over towards center or left. And scooped up by Moonrisen Phoenix for out number 3. So no runs, no hits. Well, 1 hit. Nobody left. Bottom of the 6th here. We're starting off with Night Shifter. It's 8-2. The questions still remain for the Spiral Cave Bunnies, who've been held to 4 hits this game. Popped up into the air. Banjo Dave is underneath it for out number 1. Smile fires. Hit a crushing home run back in the first inning. Gave the Bunnies their first lead of this series, but could not hold on. Smile launches this, but it's foul and into the seats. 1-1. Crushed again, but foul again. 1-2. Outside ball 2. 2-2. Down the right side, perfect positioning for Silly Person for out number 2. Here's Sigil. This is up, and this will fall for a base hit. And it's heading, and well, I don't have no idea what happened there between Panzer Dave and Snow Bear. This will allow Sigil to round second, head over to third for a triple. Some questionable defense going on right now for the Adirondack Mechanic 5s. Moonrisen Phoenix now up to bat. 8-2. Chance to cut this deficit. Hit well, but right to Tramp Royal for out number 3. Side retired. Well, we mentioned about that defense. There are some shining spots. That is one of them. It's 8-2 as we head to the 7th inning on the bun. Here's Silly Person. Outside ball 1. Down the middle for strike 2. Inside, that's 2 and... Well, actually, one of them was a strike, I guess. 2 and 1. And that goes right through for a base hit. So Silly Person's on again. Yes, Panzer Dave is up to bat. And Dave hits this up into the air. Sigil underneath it. And that'll be the first out. Captain. Up into the air over to left. Moonrise and Phoenix is up. Yeah, that's out number 2. Tramp, liner, fair to Moon, and now we've got runners on first and second. Here's Shock Ninja. And that's right to Z-Man, side retired. All right, so a couple of hits there for the Mechanic 5s, but they don't get anything across. It's 8-2 at the 7th inning stretch on the bun. Mike is a fighter, delivering for the 5th inning of work. And that's a grounder right straight to Silly Person, who does a 3 unassisted. Here's Mr. Cab. Hit up into the air. Shock's trying to get underneath it and will get there in time for out number 2. The woes continue for the Spiral Cave Bunnies. Popped up into the air. Panzer Dave is underneath it. 3 up, 3 down. It's 8-2 as we head to the 8th inning. 15 hits for the Mechanic 5s, 5 for the Bunnies. Mike a grounder to third. Mr. Cab fires over to first and in time for out 1. Here's Snow Bear. Rounds it to Mr. Cab, firing it back over to first, out number 2. So Mr. Cab getting put to work here in this 8th inning. Here's Yarn Dragon Tracy, fouls. Popped up into the air, but going to be foul. Nobody will get to that in time. And we'll do another pitch here. 0-2, 2 away. Pops it up. This is curling foul and just beyond the reach of Coconut Ed. Another 0-2 to Yarn Dragon Tracy. Outside ball 1. The rounder to first. Sigil takes it 3 unassisted. Side retired. Bunnies are keeping them at bay, but they need to get something across. It is 8-2 as we head to the bottom of the 8th. Bat C1 coming up against a very weakening Mike is a fighter. Hit up into the air. Along the line, but curling foul. A 1-1 to bat C1. Restrains outside. 2-1. Pops up. It will be reachable for the first out. Captain getting that for the Mechanic 5s. Captain fires to first just in time, so a couple of big hit, a couple of good defensive plays there by Captain. 2 away for Night Shifter, who hits this well but foul. Down the middle, that's strike 2. 0-2. And hit decently and through to center field. That's a base hit, so Night Shifter is on. And that will do it for Mike is a fighter, as Lenafist was going to come into the game here with 2 away in the bottom of the 8th. Here's Smilefires, crushes this. It's gone. Home run. And that puts the bunnies within 2. Here's Sigil. Lines it. Shot grabs it for out number 3. But the 2-run shot by Smilefire. Smilefire's responsible for both home runs in this game for the bunnies. And they pull themselves 2 closer. The deficit is 4 on the bun. Here's All Dog to start off the top of the 9th. All Dog pops this up. This should be playable for Moon Risen Phoenix for out 1. Just a little short of the warning track. As the Adirondack Mechanic 5s have definitely shown off some power over the course of the weekend series. Silly Person with a 1-1. 2-1 down the middle, strike 2. And looks at a strike 3. What a pitch by Fred to get Silly Person retired. 2 away, Panzer Dave. Panzer Dave grounds it, got jammed. Pops this up, foul. Panzer Dave 0-2. Awaits the delivery from Fred. Pops this up over towards right. Coconut is just underneath it. And that's it. As we now head to the bottom of the 9th. It's 8-4 in favor of the Adirondack Mechanic 5s here on the bun. Leno back out for another inning of work, starting off with Moon Risen Phoenix. And this on the left side, it is going to be playable for Yarn Dragon Tracy. Just in time. D-Man now looks at a pitch outside, curling away, 1-0. Down the middle, strike 1, 1-1, 1 away. Hit well down the right side, but foul. That would have been a huge way to break out of a slump. Inside ball 2. Hit right to Captain, fires over to first. And now down to the final out. Hit over towards right. Panzer Dave is underneath it. That will do it. The Adirondack Mechanic 5s make it 5 in a row as they defeat the Spiral K Bunnies 8-4. Smilefires with 2 home runs, but not much else there, and the woes continue for the Spiral K Bunnies.